We are having a great season. We are overachieving. How long will it last? I'm not sure. It's a journeyman. Welcome in. We have gone not from strength to strength, but we have maintained a hell of a run this season. After the harrowing defeat in London to Chelsea, we managed to pick things back up with a nice 1-0 victory over Brentford. We then beat Middlesbrough 3-1. These are teams that we look upon and we go like, we shouldn't be scared of them. Some of these teams have been knocking around the Championship a couple of years before, so the kind of teams that you want to be picking up points against. We then lost in the EFL EFL Cup third round to Man United. 2-0 loss. There is definitely a pattern here of when we play big clubs, we just don't get going. We then got a late win over Norwich. Garnacho with a header that won us the game late 89th minute. I was changing things up in that game, trying to bring on subs and try and make something happen. And Garnacho, who I've been critical of before, came up real big, real nice. We then got dismantled by Liverpool. We did score 2 goals of our own. Kerr Smith, the youngster who came on late, also got sent off, which was disappointing. Devastating 1-1 draw with Wolves. Fabio Silva scored in the 93rd minute after we scored a scintillating goal in the 82nd minute. After the 1-1 draw, we gave a valiant effort at home against Man United, but they had enough to get past us again. Just some woeful performances in defence. Tom Holmes and the keeper having poor games. Against the big teams, you just cannot give them a chance. Give them a chance and they'll take it. We then beat Tottenham, fairly standard. 2 goals quite early. They were rubbish. We own them. They're not a big club. We snuck by Everton. They did equalise them. Jacob Sovereign came up with a goal late on. I did a friendly because I felt like some of the players hadn't really been playing. We then beat Aston Villa. They're down there at the bottom. So Reece Williams with an own goal, but Miete with a hat-trick. Fantastic from him. He's been superb. We've offered him a new contract. And then we just beat West Ham 1-0. Jacob Sovereign again comes up with a big goal. Today, the games I'm going to bring you are Bournemouth. They're 19th in the table. And Man City. They are 2nd in the table. So there's a beautiful symmetry to today. I'll bring you the table. You might have already spotted it at the top of the screen. By God, we're sitting in 4th. Now, it's a false position because we have not drawn many games. Every time we faced a big club, they have battered us. Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool. They've all had they've all picked up results against us. That's the 4 losses. As you can see, we're not defending well against the big clubs. But outstandingly, we are somehow 6 points ahead of Arsenal, who gave us an absolute gubbing earlier this season. Incredible, really. So we still got some big teams to play in the Man Cities. I think we beat Everton. I guess you got Newcastle. We haven't played yet. Actually, a couple of teams down the bottom. We still play Brighton. We haven't played. So Middlesbrough, I don't think we've played. No, we have played Middlesbrough. Yeah, so we're almost at the halfway point, and still points to be put on the board. As you can see, we're not really featuring heavily in the average ratings or even goals, but we do have player of the match, Miete with 4. Free kick goals 1, which feels quite low for 15 games for all the teams. Only 1 free kick goal, but gotta say, pretty happy with how things are going. Man City are actually joint top, so they're behind on goal difference. Yeah, that could be really tough. But we got the home game against Bournemouth. Let's get 3 points on the board, show you what we can do. And what we can do is, quite frankly, when we're at home, we work the ball. We don't work the ball in the box. We don't hit early crosses. When we're away from home, we hit those early crosses, give us more of a chance to turn the ball in the back of the net. It seems to be working. For the game against Bournemouth today, Walstead continues to go. Scales at left back, Nagakia at right back, Opoku and Williams as a centre back pairing because Holmes is suspended. Sorry, Holmes is injured even. We've got Fuchs in defensive midfield. Darmain continues the box-to-box midfielder. Really happy how he's played overall this season. Bergval, he's started to nail down that starting spot over Bastion, so he will start there. Tabuni as the inverted winger has been fabulous. Garnacho comes in as the inside forward because Miete is suspended. Southern continues up top. Potentially could swap them as the game goes on if we don't think it's working, but hopefully Garnacho is the inside forward. It plays a little different from the wide target forward, obviously, but at least he'll get in the box, possibly a second man for those crosses from the likes of Liam Scales. Everything else, exactly the same team instructions. We go into this game at home wanting to sort of take control and come out with a victory. Bournemouth are down there. We've had a couple of matches where teams at the time down there gave us trouble. I think Wolves were actually quite low, or around about 12th, 13th. They've obviously risen up to 9th in the time being since that draw. But we're in decent form. I want us to go out there, pick up on our 3 points, and we are not a million miles away from being safe, which would be incredible. And then once you're safe, you start to go, we're in European spots. So if we do this, it'd be ridiculous if we got Champions League football. I'm going to say straight away, there's no way that happens. The way we're playing right now, I reckon in January, teams will come sniffing around some players, and we won't be able to hold on to all of them. And great goal. Start off, Reece Williams knocks that one into Booney on the corner. Fantastic start. If we get the bids for the likes of Fuchs, the defensive midfielder who's getting on a bit, who we want to replace, I'd be interested to listen to those offers. We might also try and add in January. We don't have money right now, but we're doing so well. Maybe the board can be persuaded to give us a bit of money to spend. Fantastic start. 1 shot, 1 goal. Reece Williams comes in for Holmes, who's injured, and delivers from the set piece. And I really like Reece Williams. There's a reason why I'm keeping him around. This is a tricky part when you take that 1-0 lead and it's like, well, okay, what did I say? There's nothing to say. We're doing well. I don't want to say anything wrong, so you say nothing. But we're watching 69% possession. We've had 1 shot on target. Let's work the ball in the box. Take our time a bit more. Death by possession. If we keep the ball, they can't score. Another set piece to Booney. Back post this time. Oh, I thought Opoku was going to get a goal. I thought we were going to double up on the centre-back goals. Unfortunately, just over the bar. He's been brilliant from set piece as well. Opoku is a big lad as well. Centre-backs have done really well this season. The step up from the Championship has... They've adapted quickly. Happy we've dominated possession. Now, Southern having a poor game up top. Can we change that by maybe hitting earlier crosses? Just try out a couple of things. The work the ball in the box wasn't really helping us. So maybe if we just whip it in his pace. I know it's Arsenal are beating Man City. Fantastic. Garnacho now having a great game. I could move Southern out wide. We could bring on the Rory Wilson, the Scottish striker who's on loan from Aston Villa. Oh, I don't like this at all. Lewis absolutely breezes by our players. Horrible that the fullback there moved forward. That is a free header and it's a great miss. Oh boy, that felt like a certain goal for them. Maybe we just tone things down just a little bit, slow down the pace. I think we need to do something with Southern. Garnacho, I see Man City have equalised. Garnacho, it's tricky. I think we take Southern off because he's not playing well. Bring on Rory Wilson. We do want to give him a chance. Garnacho, we don't have. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to put Southern. I take Garnacho off. So Southern's going to play as the wide target forward. Rory Wilson plays the advanced forward. So we're back to how we regularly set up. And we'll see how Southern gets on as the wide target forward. Because to be honest, 6'2", he's not terrible in the air. He could probably do a job there. Which is certainly an interesting thing. Because when Miete, he's 31 now, when he is done at this level, it might be easier moving Southern out wide and then finding a new striker. Has that even changed? Are we glitched? Stupid thing. Why did it not make the change I just made? So Wilson's up top. We got Southern out on the right. Bergval's going to come off for Bastion. In fact, let's pause because there's maybe a couple of subs we can make here. 15 minutes to go. Bastion comes on for Bergval. And Tetic comes on for Darmain. At the back, it's looking alright, but Liam Scales is a bit rinsed. We have a big game coming off. I'm going to take on Tofolo because he is a good understudy and he can whip that ball in. Southern struggling out on the right, but he's had a poor game so far, so we'll see. 15 minutes, playing a different position, can he get something going? We have not conceded a shot on target so far. That header miss has been the biggest scare of this game so far for us. It might be the only scare, and I would take that. Into added time now. Half a minute. It looks like we'll hold on. 1-0 victory. I'm happy with that. As much as they're down there, and they're right down there in the relegation zone right now, doesn't matter. We're not looking to just rack up loads of goals. We'd love to. Not important. 3 points. We take it. We move on. 34 points we're on. It looks like Arsenal did beat Man City, which I mean, that's good for us. I mean, we're not going to challenge for the title. We've won 5 straight. No, we're not challenging for the title. Let's get that out of our heads. 2 days and then we play Man City. So they're coming off a loss. They can be beaten. That's the important thing to note. As you can see, Dermain improving, and low-key, given that he was a free transfer, a brilliant pickup for us. Developing well, decent Premier League player. Hopefully he'll improve. The funny thing is, box-to-box midfielders just don't seem to get the credit. He's clearly important to our midfield, but he's not the guy getting assists. Or I think wingers and the forward, the ratings really favour them. So, but he is an important part of our team right now, and going forward looks good. Miete has signed his new contract. He's got a bit of a wage hike. I know he's 31, but he has been outstanding this first season, and I think that wide target forward role is really good. The way we play with it, it's going to be tough to find a replacement, but we start now. We've got a bit of time for someone to come in and understudy for him. But again, we need some cash. It may have only been 2 days, but I think one of the only changes I'm going to make is Miete start over Garnacho. It's away from home. Man City are right up there. We got some heavy legs. Maybe I do need to make a couple of changes. There's not too many on the bench who are fit and ready to go either, though. I think that'll be the one change I make. Miete in. And because we've absolutely shipped so many goals, I'm going to go cautious in this next game, and we're going to hit those early crosses, and that is it. Those are the changes I'm going to make. We take on Man City. We'll keep an eye on our players. We don't want anyone run into the ground or pick up any serious injuries, but there is a chance here to, you know, a victory on the road to Man City would completely, I think that completely puts my mind of fighting relegation to bed. I mean, I'm not being pessimistic. I kind of think there's no chance in hell we're getting relegated. We've had such a good first half of this season. Just basically continuing what we were doing in the championship, and it has worked to a degree. The top teams seem to be able to break our press. Every other team eventually succumbs to the Reading press, which is a thing of beauty, really. We get the ball out wide, get to Booney or Miete to cook and get the ball in a Southern, and we seem to be taking teams apart. Also, the advanced playmaker support has gone from one of my most disliked roles in Football Manager to one of my most liked. I really like the way that role plays in this year's game, but I'm playing it from midfield as opposed to attacking midfield. They've had 6 shots, 0 on target. That's what I like to see. We're going to encourage the team, though. Reece Williams is on a yellow, which is concerning. Quite early into the game, feels like still. Yeah, he heads it back. Why did he not head it back to the fullback? Now that's just, it feels like we've given up the ball because they're going to go and score. And if they do, this is again the problem with FM23. If they do score from this, it felt really scripted because we've just given the ball away to Man City when we could have easily headed it back to the defender who was in open space. So no matter what, we've won the ball. And we've given the ball up again. It's a long highlight for it to end with them scoring. I'm not going to lie, this is going to break my heart. Unless they make a mistake. Could the press get to them? I feel like they're going to play through the press quite easily. There's the ball over the top. Haaland, this is a joke. It's unbelievable. It takes about 2 minutes, but it feels like it all stems from that original just Hey, I could head the ball to the guy clearly in open space. Instead, I'll head it towards 3 Man City players who are standing shoulder to shoulder. The intelligence of players in this game needs reworked. I see it way too often. Here's a mistake, and then doesn't matter. The mistakes happened. Even though we won the ball back, we won it back, and then just punted it back to them and just said, yeah, have another go. Ridiculous. Great cross. They deal with it, and now, for the love of God, don't turn this into a full length of the pitch counter. It's not even a counter. They're just going to play the ball through us, no doubt. Wow, Scales gets sucked in and completely just doesn't make a challenge. Williams Jr., right. Mie, nice, fine, Southern. Can do something here. You have to go back, Mie. Come on, cut the ball inside. He's gone over the top. Armani, the box-to-box midfielder. I was saying he hasn't been credited a lot this season. He's just scored a brilliant goal. Mie, as the wide target forward, receives the ball, lifts it over the top. Armani runs through and scores a lovely goal. Well, that puts my complaining to bed. That is fantastic from the wide target forward. What a ball that is. And he sits the keeper down, puts it into the back of the net. Very good. I think was that his first goal? Instant reply, our first shot on target. Brilliant. And I don't suppose I can calm down the lads who are on yellow cards before anything happens. We intercept and lose the ball. Great save by Wallstead. What could I do? Could we sit in a little bit? Make them play through us? We're going to go mid-block. We're going to try mid-block here. And it's not so much I don't want the press. It's just they're playing through the press anyway. I want the press to start just a little later. Sit a little deeper. Give them less space to play that ball. That's my thinking. Daniel, do not let him just run through the middle of us. Holland's in. Good save by Wallstead. Trick save. Back of his head. Haaland getting in behind the defence is worrying, to say the least. I could drop the line. You know what? We've seen it happen twice. We're going to drop that line. We're sitting, in general, a lot deeper than I normally would. Let's see if we can counter that ball over the top that we've seen sprung on us twice now to the same man. Savio, they're going to hit us with a free kick. Set piece now. Haaland heads it over. Beautiful. Got that hit early crosses, which is probably what led to our goal. I'm going to leave it on. I was tempted there to go ball in behind, but we don't want to be just turning over the ball just for the sake of it. At half time, we've only had 2 shots, but 2 on target. They've had 13 shots, only 3 on target. So I think you know who we expect to go on and win this. Williams is coming off. I'm going to take on Kerr Smith. He's having a poor game. I can't leave him on. De Booney's having a poor game. I'm going to bring on Garnacho. We got to pause because I don't want to use all my substitutions at once. So let's make a double sub at the very least. De Booney coming off. Garnacho coming on. I take on Bastion as well. For Lucas, I think so, just for fresh legs. Lucas not playing poorly at all, but Bastion can do a job as well in there. Look at the XG match history. They're fairly creating a bit more XG than us. That doesn't matter. Intercepted. Smith. Nice. Darmani. Garnacho plays it for a Southern. He's in behind. He's got to play the pass to Bastion. He's just nearly on. Oh, it's poor Ederson. Simple save to make. Bastion, put your foot through the ball there. Bastion now taking the corner. It's going to be an outswinger. Poku, where are you, my boy? Headed away quite easily. Asensio now picks up the ball. We should have enough players back there, unless he gives us the old razzle-dazzle. Good tackle by Bastion. Good work from the advanced playmaker. Avoiding defeat here would be fantastic. I'm throwing that out there, but touch wood. I mean, oh God. Williams Jr., someone keep an eye on Haaland. Or has Haaland been subbed off? I think he has. Offside? Go and be offside. Not the initial pass, but if Savio's just ahead of the ball. Come on! Feels like a goal there. What was the first pass? Oh, he's well offside. Really good work from the back line there. Oh, I'm nervous. Encourage. We're playing for set pieces, right? I'm going to take that off. We're going to go whipped crosses. And we're going to go past this space. And we're going to go wider because we're pressing a little bit less. Let's see. I don't know if that's smart. Oh, Bastion makes the initial block. And then we give up. Oh, God. No. No. Oh, the amount of luck. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, Man City get all sorts of luck. We have a chance to break that up twice, and then when we go to clear it, it ricochets, and then the actual goal itself is a massive deflection. Keeper has it covered. God damn it. Right, we're going to have to take the game to them at the end here. I'm not sitting back. We got to give it our all. I'm going to try and distribute the ball to our wide target forward to flick on. That's what we're going to do. I need to change the press as well because we got to get in their face. The game's now going to not let me make a change until they've scored, which is a typical FM thing. Oh my God, they've hit the post. Oh no, they're not. It's a great block by the defender, and then it goes off the post. Mate, let me make this change, for the love of God. I have the defense step up more, but still have them start a bit deeper, just because they're going to play that ball in behind. Senzio, don't let him shoot. Pulls it all the way out wide. Bernardo. Going nowhere there. Can we, in the last 14 minutes, get something going? Bastion's, come on, not playing well. I might try something here. I might throw in our striker on. I could throw Tetic on for Fuchs, because Fuchs is absolutely rinsed. But I'll throw Rory Wilson on. I could move Tetic up to box midfielder, take Dermain off. Although he scored that great goal earlier, he is rinsed. I could throw Rory Wilson on. Throw him up top, so you got Southern, Rory Wilson acting as a pressing forward attack. So we're going to go 4-2-4 at the end here. We're going to try and hit the wide target forward. Taking the long kick. Leaves us very exposed. If they get in behind, we have less to deal with them, but we got to try something here. Not long left on the clock. I'd be amazed if we even see anything. Come on. I know we're away from home, but fight for this try. Oh, it's such a bad way to lose. Their goal was just covered in luck. Dripping in RNG. Just horrendous. I'm happy with how we played. Probably the closest we've went with any of the big clubs. Disappointing. Rely for goal at the moment. It's been a long time since they failed to find that. I mean, we also went close against Man United, to be fair. I'd probably still take that. I mean, we're not even thinking about relegation anymore, but a nice victory over Bournemouth and then a close-fought match against Man City. I shouldn't really complain. So I think the next sensible thing is we're heading to January, so we should be talking about the FA Cup soon. I think when we return, we'll bring you the FA Cup. So with that, we finish today's episode in 4th, which is outstanding. Bournemouth are still 19th. Man City still 2nd. We are still 6 points ahead of Arsenal, so that's interesting. But looking ahead at matches, we've got the FA Cup 3rd round. I think that's when we return. I think we'll return 8th of January, and we'll probably either use that episode also to go through the January transfer window, see what comes up, or by then we'll probably know if any of our players are wanted and whether we need to make any January transfers. We could just keep the team together, push on, get safety, and we know there's much more money coming at the end of the season. But if the opportunity is there to sell some of our older players we're going to replace anyway, might be the time to do it. If you're enjoying the series, do like the video, comment away, tell me who you think the best player in the Reading team currently is. I would lean towards Tabuni, but Miete has been solid as well, and Southern's been getting the goals, so those are our obvious three main guys, but maybe you're a fan of Lucas, or maybe you like the Terran Opoku at the back, or Wallstead being such a good goalie for this level. Next time we'll bring you the FA Cup game and hopefully some of the January transfer window, where right now I'm leaning towards being a little bit active. We maybe don't have the money right now, but a couple sales and we have some business to do. We've got some players who've sort of played a couple of games here and there who are good value now, so maybe Reece Williams moves on, maybe he doesn't, maybe someone comes in for Opoku and we have to sign a new centre back, but Opoku maybe deserves a big move. Maybe he's at the right age for a big move. Who knows? I certainly don't. We're not really looking at jobs right now. Be interested to see if anyone approaches us, but it's a journeyman. Anything can happen. I've been Hunkleberry Finn. Until next time.